Fastball for a strike. And the home opener is underway. Just off the inside edge.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
Two.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Here's Mookie Betts. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Betts is definitely one of those guys that excels at everything he does, Boog. In terms of baseball, he can do it all. He's won World Series, batting titles, Gold Gloves, and everything else you can think of.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Baldwin makes the catch. 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Just missed. And that misses. 2 balls, no strikes. Right through there for a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch-out. Back here in Atlanta, and on the hill, the big righty, Shohei Ohtani. How about a scouting report on him?
It's got that splitter, and it's a pitch that swings and misses, come fast, and they come often. Very difficult to pick up out of his hand.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Hernandez. 1 down. Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit. Just missed.
That's a ball. Two no's account.
Back there. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Man, I love that route. The ball was smoked. He knew he had to get back to the track right away. Turned his back on the infield. Got to the spot. Turned around and made a nice catch.
Matt Olson in the box now. No balls and a strike. Check swing. Called strike. 2 outs. Base is empty. And ball 1.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Back at Truist Park, all set for the start of the inning. Now it's the right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. Slider for a strike. Just missed.
That's the ball. 1-1.
Rip towards third. Throw on to Olson. And a quick out, number 1. Muncy digs in. Big time power. Swing and a miss. 98 on the gun.
Strider's a guy known for his velocity. He can bring it, but that wasn't always the case. Coming back from an injury in college, Strider was throwing 94 to 96 miles per hour, Boog, when the Braves drafted him. Now he lights up the radar gun with triple-digit speeds.
Puts it away for the out.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Into the outfield, base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. It just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
At the belt and fires. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 2. And a swing and a miss there.
As a hitter, you got to learn something from that pitch. He clearly wasn't timed up on the fastball. In a 2-0 count, you have to be ready to do damage.
2-2.
Swing and a miss, and he struck. Bottom half of inning number 2. Seager stands in now. Ohtani back to work. And a swing and a miss.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
What a stop. And very nicely done for the out. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. That misses the zone. 1-0. And that squirts through. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Austin Riley in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Makes the grab, and there's 2 down. Here's Jarred Kelenic. That clips the zone, and it's 0-1. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Bottom half of inning number 2. Fastball is outside. And that is out of play. Two outs. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. On to the 3rd inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Tommy Edman.
Strider out there on the mound for this one, and he's a guy who had a really impressive college career but needed Tommy John surgery while playing for Clemson.
Late on that fastball.
You know, Boog, Strider spent time with a sports psychologist at Clemson while rehabbing from his surgery. We talked a lot about the concept of purpose and the importance of having a defined goal for everything you do. You know, it's something Strider now preaches himself.
To the right side. Albies over to first in time. And a couple of quick outs. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1.
Next pitch is downstairs. Right through there for a strike. Top of the 3rd, no score. And they'll do it again. Swing and a ball driven out to center. That's back. Oh, you are a star, aren't you? A soaring shot to center. And just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0. There's a swing and a drive. This one could be trouble, and that's going to roll to the wall. Betts into second. So runner at second, 2 down. Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. Freeman hits it in the air. Harris racing after it. He's got it, and that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark as we go to the last of the third. Now in for the Braves, Jonathan Clase. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Clase measures 5 feet 10 inches in the 8th spot in today's lineup. And he was born in the Dominican Republic. And he lays down a bunt. And he's safe at first. Drake Baldwin digs in now. And that's fouled off.
They might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catch.
There goes the runner. Cut on and miss.
0-2.
Man, is he fast. The throw. Tag. And he's out. Next offering is downstairs.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And that skips in the dirt. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. One down, base is empty. Baldwin checks his swing. Appeal down to third. No swing. Eric Summerskill with the call. Outside, and that is ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
And a foul ball. And that one hit 97 on the gut. Called strike, a sinker at the bottom of the zone. And it gets by him. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, 1 out. Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. Late on that fastball.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Strike 2.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
0-2.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. Struck out swinging his first time. Swinging a foul out of play. Baldwin, the lead runner at second. Harris on at first with 2 down. And it gets by him. Headed for the plate. Gets off a throw.
Well, it comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. It's hard to hit a baseball much better than that, and even a lot of professional hitters aren't able to reach an exit velo of 114 miles per hour. I'll tell you what, that's a very impressive swing of the bat.
That's off the mark, and the count is 1-1.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
So Sieg suffers the strikeout. And we're back as we go to the top of the 4th. And now the right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. Late with the swing there.
You know, these Dodgers, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
And 1-2.
1-2.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Here's Max Muncy. Fly to left his first time. Late on that.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. And up to the plate is Will Smith. 1 for 1 with a single so far. That finds the mark on the inside corner. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2. That's hard hit in the line. Kelnick makes the catch, inning over. Back here in Atlanta, bottom of the fourth. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
You know, these Braves doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way. And I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Edman sprinting for this one. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away. So here's Riley now. He's 0 for 1. 0-1. 1 out, bases empty. Betts tosses to first. 2 gone. And next for Atlanta, Jared Kelenic. Struck out swinging his first time. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
That one's in there. That is strike 2. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. This one could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double. The relay.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at-bat. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Clase swings through it for strike 1. Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. In the dirt. Well done behind the dish. Chases that one out of the zone. He picks up his... Back at Truist Park. New inning getting started. Here's the left fielder, Michael Conforto. And that one hammered back there. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. Safe at second with a leadoff double. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Edman, the next to hit, puts a bunt down. Riley fires across the diamond, and they get Edman for the out.
Playing a little small ball right there. Now they've got a runner on third with less than 2 outs. A lot of different ways to get him home. Nicely done right there.
Infield comes in now. Late swing, foul to the left.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
That pitch in for a strike, and it's 0-2.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Foul ball, still 0-2. In the air to left center. Kelenic settles under this one. Brings it in. Runner tagging from third. The tag gets him, and it's a double play. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the catcher, Drake Baldwin. Clips the corner. Strike 1.
You know, these Braves just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Got him. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ballgame. So the batting order turns over. Michael Harris the second. Now at the plate. Fouls one off out of play back to our left. Hernandez drop step going back. Out of here. And they jump out front. It's 2-1. Here's Marcell Ozuna. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
0 balls,
One out,
strike.
bases empty, and a run in. Last half of inning number 5.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Next offering is in the dirt. Gets a piece and stays alive. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. One down, base is empty. Betts up with it. Tosses to first. Ozuna is out.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Olson, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one. This one looks like trouble. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in safely. It's a double and his second hit.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
And the 0-1. And a foul ball.
The strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throw.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side. And top of the 6th inning. Now it's the Dodger leadoff hitter, Shohei Ohtani. Matt Strom on to pitch here.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
0 balls, 1 strike.
And a bunt towards third. And it's just foul. That was close. Goes down looking. Here's Mookie now. 1 for 2. And strike one to Mookie Betts. So the Dodgers are going to have to try and come from behind and try and get that offense going. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Freeman up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. And it gets by him.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different.
So they turn to their closer, Jeff Hoffman. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
In the dirt. Nothing happening as the count evens at 1. Swing and a miss. Now 1-2.
1-2 the count.
Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. 2 away. And now it's Max Muncy. 0 for 2 in this one. And that is cut on and missed. 0-1.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
That's off the inside corner. And the count 2-1. Tying run in scoring position. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Bottom of the 6th. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Ohtani back to work. Albies, 28 years old, and he's a native of Curacao. And now 1-2.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
2-2.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Outman makes the grab, one away. Here comes Austin Riley. Riley was a kid in high school that was scouted by most teams as a pitcher. In fact, 95% of the teams wanted him as a pitcher. And I actually asked him, were you interested in being drafted as a pitcher? And he told me directly, no, I hated it. My arm hurt all the time. One down, base is empty.
That's a ball.
And that's in the dirt.
Count.
And this one looks like trouble. But he holds up at first. Good play out there to cut it off.
He was all over that one. Really. He stayed inside that baseball to send it to the opposite field. With the shift on to the pull side, that's an easy knock if you'll take it.
Now, Jarred Kelenic. He was late there. Strike one.
0-1.
Holton picks to first.
Nope. Hey.
Riley gets back easily. Strike two.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers.
Betts. There's one. On to Freeman. Double play. Inning over. Top of inning number 7. The batter now will be Will Smith. Swings and misses. And that is strike one.
One strike.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3. James Outman now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
0-1.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-2.
Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. That one lifted to left. Kelenic under it. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. And here comes Tommy Edman. And a big swing and a miss.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
1 ball, 1 strike.
In the air, left field. Kelenic settles underneath it, and that'll do it. Bottom of the 7th. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Jonathan Clase. And first offering is fouled off. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
0-2.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Drake Baldwin.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
And a base hit.
Everything came together for him. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Ground ball up the middle, and that one handled. 1 at second. Throw to first, but he beat it. So up next, Marcell Ozuna. 0 for 3 in this one. And there's the strike.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Harris, the runner at first with 2 gone. Pitch misses, and a count 2-1. Muncy. They take the force out, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. Back here in Atlanta, here's the second baseman, number 6. On the ground to the left, Seager. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Shohei Ohtani. And we've got ourselves a pitching change. Anthony Banda.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Ground ball to the right side. Throw on to Olsen. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Here's Mookie now.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Betts
did he go?
Started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, did not go.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. The pitch was dotted down and away. Good location, but a great job at the plate to spoil it and drive it the other way. Beautiful swing.
Line drive, Adam in center field. Bottom of the inning. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Matt Olson. And a strike. Outman, long run on his horse. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Corey Seager next up for the Braves.
1-0.
That misses. Ball 1. On its way to the corner. And that will drop foul. Man at second. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And a 1-2. Just misses with that one.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat, I'm sure.
Into center and a base hit. And they get it in quickly. 1st and 3rd now with nobody out.
All over that one right there. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field.
Edman makes the grab. 1 pitch and 1 out. Here comes Austin Riley. 1 for 3. That one catches the zone. That's strike 1.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
And that one upstairs, ball 1.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
That's a base hit. Run scores.
Got the job done to put them up by 2. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
No balls. 2 strikes.
Fair ball. Rounds third, headed for the plate. and it gets by him. One run across.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. He smashed that ball the other way and kept it fair down the third baseline. Did an excellent job of just throwing.
Now this one gets through. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out. And now the catcher comes up to him. Drake Baldwin.
If he were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
Inside, just missed.
1-1.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
And a base hit knocks in a run.
Couple of singles back-to-back. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
2 on, 1 out. Throw on to Freeman. 2 away. Next is the designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna. That one's in there, 0-1.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
And it's even up to Ozuna. And that should be extra bases. 1 run is in. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play. It's 8-1. And he's safe at second with a 2-run double.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Coming home. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and it's an 8-run lead.
Picks himself up an RBI. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Seager, the next to hit, takes outside. Olsen off of first with 2 away. Line drive, base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Ozzie Albies. And that's outside. Foul ball. 2 on, 2 outs. They get the force. That one ends the onslaught. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, Singy, we've been in all the press boxes. You got best press box. Here comes a new arm for the Braves, Pierce Johnson.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well. As far as ballpark food, one of my favorite places is San Francisco.
Garlic fries, yo.
Garlic fries, and you got the lobster roll out there in the outfield if you want to make the walk all the way out there.
It's great, though, broadcasting a game with that zoo breath where you could just, I mean, absolutely levitate some people with your breath. Muncy in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. And now it's even up.
But we got the crab fries in Philadelphia, is that right?
Yep, and then
it's been a long time for me.
Boog's Barbecue at Oriole Park.
I knew you'd go there.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, you can work in your name, huh?
That's right. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. The Dodgers with a lot of ground to make up here at the top of the ninth. Some high cheese for strike 3. Will Smith to the plate.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going. And up next for Los Angeles, James Outman. Tied him up inside with that one.
No balls. 1 strike.
They're down to their final strike.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
Ripped on a line to center. He's got it. Ball game.